Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series where we go over every 2023 Men's College Basketball Conference Tournament. This is the 31st of 32 shows, so the second to last one. 2 more to go. This will be the American Athletic Conference, the AAC tournament will be held at Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. That's the home of SMU. Tournament will begin on Thursday, March 9th. Quarterfinals Friday, March 10th. Semifinals Saturday, March 11th. And the championship on Sunday, March 12th. Alrighty, so the seedings for this tournament. The number one seed is the number one team in the country, the Houston Cougars, 29-2 overall, 17-1 in conference play. Your 2 seed is the Memphis Tigers, 23-8 overall, 13-5 in conference play. Your 3 seed is the Tulane Green Waves, 19-10 overall, 12-6 in conference play. Your 4 seed is the Cincinnati Bearcats, 20-11 overall, 11-7 in conference play. Your 5 seed is Temple, 16-15 overall, 10-8 in conference play. Your 6 seed is Wichita State, 16-14 overall, 9-9 in conference play. Your 7 seed is UCF, 17-13 overall, 8-10 in conference play. Your 8 seed is South Florida, 14-7 overall, 7-11 in conference play. 9 seed East Carolina, 15-16 overall, 6-12 in conference play. Your 10 seed is SMU, 10-21 overall, 5-13 in conference play. And your 11 seed is Tulsa, 5-24 overall, 1-17 in conference play. So let's get right to it. 11:30 a.m. Central, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, ESPNU, Friday, March 9th. 9 seed East Carolina, 8 seed South Florida. I project, I'm not going to give away my projection yet, but it's very close. East Carolina, 3 guys averaging, or really 2, because their top guy, Javon Small, hasn't played since January. 2 guys averaging double figures a game, led by R.J. Felton, averaging almost 14 a game. And South Florida, 3 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Tyler Harris. I project South Florida 7/10, total 142 and 17/20, so therefore I have them advancing. Second of third 3 first-round games. 10 seed SMU, 7 seed UCF. SMU, on their home court, 3 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Zurich Phillips. UCF, they're well-balanced, led by Taylor Hendricks. Almost 15-7. I project UCF by 6 total 141 3/4. So therefore I have UCF advancing. And the third of 3 first-round games, 11 seed Tulsa, 6 seed Wichita State. Tulsa, 2 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Sam Griffin at over 15 a game. And Wichita State, who was an absolute darling as like a mid-major, and it kind of worked its way up to the AAC. Was not large a couple times in the AAC, but they've faltered as a program. They're not what they used to be since they came over to the AAC. 4 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Jaquan Walton. I project Wichita 10.7 total 149-10, so therefore I have Wichita advancing. All right, quarterfinals begin Friday, March 10th, March 9th, so Thursday, Friday, March 10th, noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern, ESPN 2. 8 seed South Florida, 1 seed Houston. Houston, obviously the cream of the crop. 4 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Marcus Sasser. I project Houston 22.3 over South Florida, so therefore I have Houston advancing. Second and fourth quarterfinal games, 5 seed Temple, 4 seed Cincinnati. Temple is a contender in this league for a little bit as well, but they've kind of fallen back. 3 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Khalif Battle, averaging almost 18 a game. And Cincinnati, same thing. They've kind of faltered after being a top dog in this conference. 3 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Landers Noli the second. I project Cincinnati by 5, total 143, so I have Cincinnati advancing. Third of 4 quarterfinal games, 7 seed UCF, 2 seed Memphis. Memphis has been an interesting team this season. They should make the tournament. They have 2 really good scorers in Kendrick Davis and DeAndre Williams. I project Memphis by 9 over UCF, so therefore I have Memphis advancing. In the last of 4 quarterfinal games, 6 seed Wichita State, 3 seed Tulane. Tulane's had a really good season this year. 3 guys averaging double figures a game, led by Jalen Cook at over 20 a game. I project Tulane by 6, so therefore I have Tulane advancing. First of 2 semifinal games, 4 seed Cincinnati, 1 seed Houston. Talked about Cincinnati a little bit with Noe and Victor Locken and David DeJulius. But Houston's just so stacked. Led by Sasser and Robertson Walker and Tremont Mark. They're all really good. Houston, I project a 10-point favorite here, so therefore I have Houston advancing. Second of 2 semifinal games, 3 seed Tulane, 2 seed Memphis. I project Memphis 4.3 over Tulane. I just think that Memphis probably has the better team. I know they have Kendrick Davis and then Williams, but Tulane has a guy that can match that and Cook. And I actually do like Jalen Forbes and Kevin Cross too, but Memphis is better. I project them 4.3 over Tulane, so therefore I have Memphis advancing. In the championship game, 2 seed Memphis, 1 seed Houston, rematch from the game on Sunday where Houston won on a buzzer beater. Talked about Davis and Williams. They're Memphis' big 2. But the best part of the report is going to be Marcus Sasser. No doubt about it. Houston's deeper. They're the number 1 team in the country. They're going for the number 1 overall seed, which they deserve. They have 2 losses all season long. 1 to Temple and 1 to Alabama when Alabama was playing good and Brandon Miller was out of trouble. I project Houston 6.3 over Memphis, so therefore I have the Houston Cougars winning the 2023 American Athletic Conference Tournament. So if my prediction and projections come into fruition, then I would think that Houston would be seriously in play for the number 1 overall seed. And that's exactly what they deserve. But I think they need some teams, like they need Alabama to falter to make it for certain. They need UCLA to get picked off somewhere in the Pac-12. And I don't think Kansas is going to be number 1 overall. They have too many losses. And they're not even a guarantee to win the Big 12 tournament. So other teams' postseason placements. I think Memphis will make the tournament. I expect Memphis to be on the 10 line. That kind of feels right for the Tigers. I think Tulane and Cincinnati both have to win the conference tournament to make the tournament. So they would have to be the auto bid. I think both those teams are running for the NIT. UCF, maybe the CBI. Same for Temple and Wichita. Like some combination of the CBI and the Basketball Classic. Heck, I wouldn't even rule out East Carolina in those tournaments as well. All right, futures for this tournament. Houston is minus 300. Memphis plus 450. Cincy's 12-1. Tulane's 22-1. Wichita's 30. UCF's 30. So is Temple. South Florida's 130. SMU's 250. Tulsa and East Carolina each 400. All right. Couple value plays that I actually like. Tulane at 22 and Temple at 30. Temple has 2 guys averaging over 15 a game, and Tulane with Cook averaging over 20 a game. I think Tulane at 22-1 is the best value pick on the board. Surprise team to make a run in this tournament. Wichita State, UCF, both of those teams got off to good starts this season but faltered. in conference play. If probably UCF with Hendricks. If there's a team that's unexpectedly in the semis, I'm going to say it's UCF. And then they pick off Memphis or Wichita with their depth. But I like UCF better. So if there's an unexpected team that makes a kind of a run in this tournament, I'm going to say it is UCF. All right, so that's it for the American Athletic Conference tournament. Next up will be the final one, which will be the Ivy League.